Types of retailers. Retailer characteristic. The different type of retailers offer unique benefits, so consumer patronize different retail types when they have different needs. As consumer needs and competition have changed, new retail formats have been created and continue to evolve. The basic characteristic used to describe different types of retailer is the retail mix, that the elements used by retailer to satisfy their customers' need. Types of merchandise. The United States, Canada, and Mexico have developed the classification scheme called the North American Industry Classification System, or NAICS, to collect data on businesses' activity in each country. Every business is assigned to hierarchical 6-digit code based on the type of product and services it produces and sells. The first two digits identify the firm's business sector, and the remaining 4 digits identify various subsectors. Example is 448, clothing and clothing accessories store. 4,481, clothing store. 4,482, shoes store. And 4,483, jewelry lodge. Number 2 is the variety and assortment. Variety represents the number of the merchandise categories a retailer offers, while the assortment is the number of the different items in a merchandise category. Variety is often referred to as the breadth of merchandise carried by a retailer. Assortment is referred to the depth of merchandise. Each different item of merchandise is called a SKU, or the stock keeping units. For example of SKU are an original scent, 33 ounces of Tide laundry detergent with bleach or a blue long sleeve button down collar wrap florid shirt, size 16 to 33. Warehouse clubs and discount store sell many other categories of merchandise. In addition to toys, they have a great variety. Stores specializing in toy stock more type of toys, more and SKU. Number 3 is the services offered customers. Except almost all retailers to provide certain services. Displaying merchandise, accepting credit cards, providing parking, being open at a convenient hours. Some retailers charge customers for other services. Home delivery and gift wrapping. Retailers that caters to service-oriented consumers offer customers most of these services at no charge. Prices and the cost of offering breadth and depth of merchandise and services. When retailer offer customers many SKU or the stock keeping unit, its inventory investment increase because the retailer must have a backup stock of each SKU or stock keeping units. Similarly, services attract customers to the retailer, but they're also costly. More salespeople are needed to provide information and assist customers. Alter merchandise to meet customers' needs and demonstrate merchandise. Retailers offer a broader and deeper assortment and services need to charge higher prices to make a profit. In contrast, discount store appeal to customers who are looking for a lower prices and less interest in services but want to see a wide range of merchandise brand and models. Food retailers. Food conventional supermarket, limited assortment supermarket, supercenter, warehouse club, and convenience store. Food retailers. Food conventional supermarket, limited assortment supermarket, supercenter, warehouse club, and convenience store. The supermarket format, however, continues to be the more costly than supercenters. To compete successfully against the intrusions by the other food retailing formats, conventional supermarkets are differentiating their offering by emphasizing fresh perishables, targeting health-conscious and ethnic consumers, providing a better in-store experience, offering more private label brand. For example, fresh merchandise categories, the areas around the outside walls known as the power perimeter, have long been the mainstay of conventional supermarkets. These include the dairy, bakery, meats, florists, produce, deli, and coffee bar department high traffic, profitable department that help pull shopper through the store. Supercenters. Supercenter is the fast-growing retail category. Are large stores equivalent to 150,000 to 220 square feet that combine a supermarket in the United States, 4 times more than its leading competitors. Hypermarkets are also 100,000 to 300,000 square feet and general merchandise 30 to 40% store. Hypermarkets typically stock fewer the SKU than supercenters, between 4,000 to 60,000 items, ranging from the grocery. Hypermarkets were created in France after the World War II by building large stores on the outskirts of metropolitan areas. French retailers could attract customers and not violate strict land use laws. They have spread throughout Europe and become popular in some South American countries such as Argentina and Brazil. Warehouse club, large, about 100,000 square feet and located in low-rent district. Little service at low prices to ultimate consumer and small businesses. Reduce costs by carrying a limited assortment of fast-selling items. Members must be paid an annual fee. Warehouse club are retailers that offer a limited and irregular assortment of food and general merchandise with a little service at low price for ultimate consumers and small businesses. They have a simple interior and concrete floors. Aisles are wide, so the forklift can pick up pallets or merchandise and arrange them on the selling floor. Little service is offered. Example, if Hewlett Packard is introducing a new models of the printers, Warehouse Club will buy the inventory of the older model at a significant discount and then offer them for the sale until the inventory is depleted. Convenience store, modern version of the neighborhood mom and pop store. Convenient location in the 2,000 to 3,000 square feet store with the speedy checkout. Limited variety and assortment of merchandise. Gasoline and cigarette account for over 55% of annual sales. Example of the convenience stores is 7-Eleven, exploring way to bring its successful fresh food strategy to the United States. In the convenience store, at the gasoline station, customer can order a custom-made sandwich while filling their tank and pick up in the store when they are finished. General merchandise retailers, department store, full-line discount store, specialty stores, drug stores, category specialists, home improvement centers, and off-price retailers. Characteristic of general merchandise retailers. Department store. They are retailers that carrying a broad variety and deep assortment, offer customer service and organization their stores into a distinctly separate department for displaying merchandise. The large department store chain in the United States are Macy's or part of Federal Department Store, Sears, J.C. Penney, and Kohl's. To deal with their eroding market shares, department stores are attempt to increase the amount of exclusive merchandise they sell. Number 2 is undertaking market campaign to develop a strong image for their store and brands. And number 3, building better relationship with their key customers. Full-line discount store are the retailers that offer a broad variety of merchandise, limited service, and low prices. Example is the Walmart. Specialty stores concentrate on the limited number of complementary merchandise categories and provide a high level of service in relatively small store. This store tailor retail strategy towards a very specific market segmentation by offering a deep but narrow assortment and sales associate expertise. Example, music, inspired apparel to a teenager in mall-based stores. Drugstore. Drugstore are specialty stores that concentrate on the health and personal grooming merchandise. The pharmaceutical often represent 50% of drugstore sales and even the greater percentage of their profit. Example of this is the Walgreens, a drugstore in US. Customer can order prescription refill via the phone or email and receive automatically notification when where the prescription is already. Based on the time customer plan to pick up the prescription, a computer system automatically schedules the workload in the pharmacy. This service is a value-added customer service. Category specialists. Category specialists are the big box discount store that offer a narrow but deep assortment of merchandise, and it is considered as the largest category specialist in the United States. These also often called category killers. They also can use their buying power to negotiate lower prices, excellent terms, and assured supply when items are scarce. Next one is the home improvement centers. Combines the traditional hardware store and the lumber yard. Focuses on providing materials and information. Merchandise is displayed in a warehouse atmosphere. Salespeople are available to assist customers in seeking merchandise and to tell them how to use it. Next is the extreme value retailer. Extreme value retailers, these are the small, full-line discount store that offer a limited merchandise assortment at a very low prices. Extreme value retailers are one of the fast-growing segment in retailing. Like limited assortment food retailers, extreme value full-line retailers reduce costs and maintain low prices by offering a limited assortment and operating in low-rent, urban, or rural locations. In the past, extreme value retailers were considered low-status retailers that catered to lower-income consumers. Today, however, higher-income consumers are increasingly patronizing dollar store for the thrill of the hunt. To capitalize on this attraction for unusual items, many supermarkets and full-time discount stores are adding dollars aisles to their store. Off-price retailers. Off-price retailers offer an inconsistent assortment of brand name merchandise at low prices. Factory off-price retailer sell brand name and even designer label merchandise at low price through their unique buying and merchandising practices. Most merchandise is bought opportunistically from manufacturer or the other retailers with excess inventory at the end of the season. List of off-price retailers are close-out retailers. Close-out retailers sell a broad but inconsistent assortment of merchandise. Number 2 is the outlet store, owned by manufacturer or department or a specialty store chain. Number 3 is the factory outlets, typically found in one of the fastest growing types of mall. Service retailing. Service retailers, firms selling primary services rather than a merchandise, are the large and growing part of retail industry. These are the several trends that suggest considerable future growth in services retailing. Aging population will increase demand for healthcare services. Younger people are also spending more time to the money, health, and fitness. Busy parents in two-income families are willing to pay for clothes, wash, and press. Prepared meals so you can spend more time with your family. Kid-centered for all those are your parents with no yaya. Difference between service and merchandise retailers. Four important differences in the nature of the offering provided by service and merchandise retail are intangibility. Intangibility they are the performance or action rather than object. Next one is the simultaneous production and consumption. Products are typically made from the factory, stored and sold by retailer, and then used by the consumer in their homes. Number 3 is the perishability. Perishability because the creation and consumption of service are inseparable. Service are perishable. They can saved, stored, or resolved. Number 4 is the inconsistency of the offering to the customers. Product can be produced by machine with the very tight quality control, so the customer are reasonably assured that all bags of churros will be identical. Because services are performance produced by people or employee and customers. No two services will be identical. The major classification of retail ownership are: number 1 is the independent single store establishment, number 2 is the corporate chains, and number 3 is the franchise. Independent single store establishment. Many retail startups are owner managed. Direct contact with customer, not bound by bureaucracies inherent in large retail organizations. Very flexible. React quickly to customer needs and market change. Corporate retail chain operates multiple retail units under the common ownership. Centralized decision-making for defining and implementing strategy. May 2 store or many thousand store. Franchising. Franchising is the contractual agreement between the franchisor and the franchisee that allows the franchisee to operate a retail outlet using a name and the format developed and supported by the franchisor. More than 40% of all U.S. retail sales made a franchise. Franchises are motivated to make their stores successful because they receive the profits after the royalty is paid. The franchisor is motivated to develop new product and systems to promote the franchise because it receives a royalty on all sales. This chapter has explained different types of retailer and how they compete with the different retail mixes to sell a merchandise or services to a customer. To collect statistics about retailing, the federal government classifies retailer by the type of merchandise and services sold. But this classification method may not be used in determining the retailer's major competitors. A more useful approach for understanding the retail mix, merchandise variety and assortment, services, location, pricing, and promotion decision made to attract customer. Over the past 30 years, U.S. retail markets has been characterized by the emergence of many new retail institutions. Traditional institutions which are under of these are supermarkets, convenience department, discount, and specialty store have been joined by the category specialist superstores, hypermarkets, convenience store, warehouse club, off-price retailers, catalogers, and non-store retailers. There has been substantial growth in service retailing. The inherent difference between the services and merchandise result in service retailers emphasizing the store management while the merchandise retailer emphasize the inventory control issues. Traditional retail institutions have changed in response to these new retailers. For example, department stores have increased their emphasis on fashion-oriented apparel and improved the services they offer. Supermarkets are focusing more attention on meal solutions and perishables.